Is this one? Did I watch this one already? Bro, I gotta finna watch this one, but I don't know. Five outdoor accounts that turn dark.
Brock Jonason is
I
a
think
guy
I've seen
that
this
loves
one already.
fishing and the outdoors, but he never really thought about filming himself or posting
No.
videos on YouTube. But one day, while he was out on a fishing trip in Alaska, he encountered something that made him pull out the camera and start recording. Afterward, he realized the footage was too crazy to just keep to himself, so he decided to upload it to YouTube, and the video quickly started gaining a lot of attention.
Smells us now. They can cover a lot of ground quick.
Rush him. Rush him. I feel like once y'all have a stare down like this, somebody gotta rush somebody. If you rush the bear, I feel like he'll run. But if he rush you, I feel you at a disadvantage because he already got his man made up. It's like I feel you gotta scare him off before it scare you off.
Okay, and he's just gonna go around us.
Usually let him get his confidence up because he's getting too close. Y'all gotta rush him before he rush you. That's a brown bear. Which was, I know the only bears that's more aggressive is the polar bears, the white bears. They're the ones they be like, I don't care, you dead anyways. I feel like the brown was low key like, yeah.
Go on, bear.
Y'all making him get his confidence
They
up.
spotted a grizzly bear, and this thing was huge. Usually, seeing one from far away isn't necessarily a problem, since wild animals tend to avoid humans if they don't feel threatened.
Cause they see that first,
This
wow.
one seemed to have absolutely no issue
Wow.
approaching them, even though
Crazy.
Brock
That's why I say
clearly
you gotta
had bear
rush it.
spray ready in his hand. Encountering a grizzly that close is still the kind of thing that instantly gets your adrenaline going. And then there was his friend standing there with a stick like he was about to defend them in a medieval battle or something. But the scary part is that the bear didn't just come close to them, it also started showing aggressive behavior.
Go on, bear.
He know he got y'all at a disadvantage because he getting out in the water.
Go on, bear. Go on, bear.
You see, look, now he turned up. Y'all give him his confidence. Remove his confidence and rush him.
Go on, bear. Let's just keep walking.
GG's. He done activated his O. Now y'all better run.
Go on, bear.
He's an activated predator.
Just look away. Go on, bear. Go on, bear. Just keep backing away, dude.
He getting too much confidence. Get it. Remove it. Remove the confidence.
The more I watch this, the more I start thinking that the bear understood "go on, bear" as "go on and finish your meal," because the thing just kept getting closer and more aggressive.
You can't outrun that
Now,
motherfucker. You
jokes
can't
aside,
outrun. That's
they
one thing I know.
actually
You can't
handled
outrun
the
a bear.
situation really well and managed to keep the bear under control without panicking. A lot of people who have never seen a bear in real life might look at this video and think it didn't seem that aggressive, but the truth is, bears usually do not come that close to humans unless something is wrong or they're feeling very confident.
Go ahead,
One
whoever.
wrong move, sudden panic or mistake in that
Okay.
moment could have easily turned the situation into a disaster. Eventually, the guys managed to scare it away.
That's a smart move, but it's only if the bear don't want you. But if it wants you, it might grow past them.
And realized what they were saying. But it was obvious from the video that this was an extremely intense encounter, and their hearts were probably beating like crazy. Honestly, the bear was probably just angry because they were stealing his fish. The poor guy only had claws and teeth, while these dudes showed up fully geared with rods and lures like professional tryhards. Times were getting tough out there and decided he had to intervene personally.
Boy, just throw him a fish.
David is a YouTuber.
Bro, I feel like you could make peace with these animals. You just gotta stop being greedy. Like you catch a fish, my nigga. You got like 6 of them in a thing, right? Here come up. Toss them too. Hey, don't want no horn. I don't know if that's a true thing or not, but it's worth a try. But like, if that don't work, now you gotta get aggressive.
Camping in his truck across beaches, back roads, forests, and all kinds of outdoor locations. His videos are usually really chill, full of good vibes, and honestly just relaxing to watch, which is why so many people enjoy his content. In this particular video, he decided to camp.
There's one guy pull up with a shotgun, warning shot. Bang! Take these 2 and leave, because you don't want to see what's coming next.
The beach near Access 6 on South Padre Island with his dog Pipe in his 1994 Toyota pickup. But while they were out there, things started getting a little weird.
What is up, guys? David here from Overland Nomad. Today, we are going to be camping on the beach. I got my 94 Toyota.
Ain't this one that big storm came in?
My DIY pop-top camper. We got Piper.
I think this one where like a big storm came in.
Obstacle, which is right in the entrance to the beach. You got to throw 4-wheel drive on. All right.
He eventually managed to get his truck onto the beach and went in search of a good spot. After a bit of driving around, he finally settled on a place that felt right and started setting up camp. It didn't take long before it got completely dark, and that's one of the best things about camping on the beach. Everything just goes pitch black, with only the moonlight reflecting off the water, and all you can hear are the waves rolling in. It's honestly an amazing atmosphere, peaceful, quiet, and a little bit unreal at the same time.
Until
this is a great way to start 2026, a solo trip out here in South Padre Island.
I bet it's because the dog got up first.
Maybe, no, I'm not gonna say the most because the sand is annoying, but you get rewarded with this beautiful view of the ocean or the Gulf and the waves. And on top of that, I get the whole beach to myself. There's been only a few fishermen that have traveled south, and I do know that there's one car out there. I could see its lights, but I mean, I have the whole entire beach to myself. It doesn't get any better than that, guys.
He eventually got a bit hungry, so he got up into his truck to cook some food. But that's when he spotted someone approaching his camp, and it got a bit suspicious.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Feel like a woman.
Piper, you scared me, dude. I kid you not, I was cooking and I was just having to stare through the window and I see a light like coming up, like someone walking. And it freaked me out. I got my protection and I grabbed Piper because Piper will attack. And yeah, it was a lady. I saw there was a car that went up to the East Cut. And I do know that there's one car out there. I could see its lights, and I guess they're stuck. But look, I would love to help. but I'm by myself. There's no one out here, and I don't know if it's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
So, you know, I offered
Cause like
to
it's
call.
already one of them. Y'all might as well sleep through the night and get on stuck about them. You ain't got nowhere to be tomorrow.
But yeah, that's sketchy. All right, guys, I'm gonna pack up and leave. So that was a weird situation. I got a really bad vibe out of it.
He's scared.
So I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle because it just didn't sound right. She had a freaking phone. I offered her to make a phone call. She said no. I don't know. And, you know, I might sound like a jerk, but I don't know, man. I'm out here by myself. There's no patrolling law enforcement out here. You're on your own. Like the Wild West. Last thing I want to happen is get jumped or robbed or something. I mean, I can see the car light up there, like it comes in and out, but I don't know. I don't want to be in an ambush.
It was a skinwalker.
All right, guys, this is probably the creepiest camping situation I've ever had, to be honest with you. So I packed up everything. I'm just verifying everything is here.
Now he packed everything up and left. Before you say anything about him being paranoid, let me give you all the details. He later mentioned in the video that this woman came up to him asking for help to pull her truck out of the sand because she was stuck. But the weird thing was that she also said she had her husband and a baby with her. That's the first thing that doesn't really make sense to me. So the husband just sends his wife out into the darkness to ask a random stranger for help. Alone, while he stays back with the baby? Yeah, weird. The second thing was that David even offered to let her use his phone to call emergency services or a family member, but she declined. David also mentioned that he has seen a lot of illegal trafficking activity around that area since it's close to the border, so that already made the situation feel very suspicious to him. It felt like she could have been trying to lure him away from his truck into the darkness so someone else could potentially take it while he was gone. Look, it might sound a bit crazy, but you just need to watch more of these kinds of encounters to realize these things do happen and it's not just imagination. In my opinion,
please do not play an ad.
Leaving was the best thing he could have done, especially with his dog acting all worked up. And honestly, a lot of people in the comments said you should always trust your dog's instincts, and I kind of have to agree with that. On the morning of August 26, 2014, journalists Vladimir Romensky and Ilya Vasyunin arrived at a quiet village cemetery in Vybuty, near Pskov. They were there to do what journalists do, ask questions, film, and report. The story seemed simple enough at first. 2 young paratroopers had been buried there the day before, and rumors were spreading that they hadn't died in training or an accident, but on a battlefield in Ukraine, in a conflict Russia officially denied its soldiers were involved in. They didn't get to film much. Before they even reached the graves, some strangers approached them and told them to get on the next train back to Moscow, or they would never be found. The warning alone already changed the entire mood of the situation, but the journalists decided to continue anyway, and that's where things started to feel extremely dangerous.
Да, да. Они сейчас по дороге, на дорогу будут выходить. Больше нет никого? Ну что будем делать?
And that one in the back running. Are you trying to cut you off?
Район Кресты, нападение на автомобиль. Да.
Сейчас давайте. Я не знаю, что будем делать.
Wait. She driving towards him.
47-й регион. 2 молодых людей, незнакомых, догоняют машину, обкидывают камнями. Мы не успеваем уехать, кидаются под колеса.
Куда звонить?
Хотят, не знаю.
Так, еще что-то.
Бегут, но они близко, а тут территория коммунистов, мы не успеваем.
А мы там не проедем вот насквозь?
Это район Кресты, новое кладбище.
Let any other would have came find to out the window, tossing. Jonathan Wickerson.
Так, а второй где? Второй.
Вон слева, вон он.
Давай, прямо на него. Или я не знаю.
Микрорайон Кресты,
Нет,
район
давать
нового
никого не
кладбища.
надо.
Bro, get out the driver's seat, gang. You making me mad. What are we doing? What are we doing? Get.
Кладбище мы находимся. Пытаемся выехать в кладбище, нас догоняют. Молодые люди.
Не, туда не надо, там он.
Подожди.
Да, но их несколько, и они со всех сторон бегут.
You're going back and forth.
Петлянова. Да. Что делать?
Bitch, why did this is why I would rather take the wheel my goddamn self. Bro, you're not finna, bro, get out of there. You just going back and forth. You drove to him and stopped. Hit him.
Подожди, что хотят?
Они вам камеру разобьют. Санкт-Петербург, проспект Солидарности, дом 12, квартира 2.
Тихо. Назад, давай, назад. Колеса протекают.
Колесо протыкает РК.
He just popped your tire. Homie, holy fuck. Holy fuck. You just don't give a fuck. To a certain point. Nigga, I wish I would sit in a car with somebody that let them drive and do some dumb shit like this, gang. Holy.
Ребят, что хотите? Чего? Не, ребят, мы уезжаем, не надо.
Нас напали, проткнули колеса, мы не можем уехать.
Меня просили съездить, подожди, не надо. Попроси, мы уезжаем. Уезжаем.
She drove to one corner, turned around, drove to the other corner, turned right back around and went back to the same corner and stopped in front of him to let him get on the hood and then others come punch it. What the fuck are we doing? Taxi, what's the word, Shorty? But what the fuck are we doing? Why would you do some dumb shit like that? Holy, I tell you.
The car was suddenly surrounded, windows were hit, tires were slashed, and the attackers made it clear they weren't planning to let the journalists leave quietly. Romansky and Vasyunin, along with their colleagues, were trapped far from home, but somehow, even on damaged tires, they managed to pull away and escape. The aggressors were unidentified men, broad and intimidating, acting with the kind of cold precision that suggested they weren't acting alone. They had been waiting. They knew the journalists were coming. The attack seemed connected to the fact that the reporters had come dangerously close to exposing something the Russian state was officially denying at the time, that Russian soldiers were dying in a war Russia claimed it wasn't involved in. The graves in that small village cemetery were proof, and proof needed to disappear, along with anyone trying to document it. By the end of that day, the journalists made it out alive. The car was wrecked, but they survived. Still, safe is a relative word. They had been warned they would...
He drove up to him, slowed the car down, and came to a complete stop so he could sit there. Let the other run up and hit the tires and to tell them you leaving. What? First nigga would have been dead when I hit him with the car. Head probably would have bust through the window. Guess what? Knocked him far away, reverse, swing that bitch around, hit the second one, probably run his foot over or something, and get out of there. What are we doing? They don't care if you just want to leave, my nigga. They already got their man made up. They following you.
Never be found if they didn't leave. They had been followed, threatened, and physically attacked in broad daylight just for doing their job. The vehicle could be replaced, But the fear they carried home that evening was something else entirely. This next video comes from a skier who was skiing in Bratislava, Slovakia, and while he was taking a break on the slope, something came out of the trees, heading straight for him, and let me tell you, it got even worse.
No, a teraz čo?
Get aggressive.
Go
Make your man up and go with it. Get more aggressive before he get mad.
Look, that bear looked like it hit the gym 7 days a week. Look how wide it is. I want that look, to be honest. Anyway, at first, the bear looked like it went away, but it quickly became clear that it was basically testing the skiers to see if they were worth pursuing as potential prey. The skier who was filming didn't really look like a fight worth getting into, but a few minutes later, another group appeared, including a smaller person in it, and it seemed like that was exactly what the bear was looking for.
No poďte my ho, keď tak zdržíme. My ho... No veď. Hej! Necháš ich? Hej! Zostaň.
And I said I want to go snowboarding. Nigga, please. Why they be going to go snowboarding? Colorado? Please, let me go to Colorado and see this shit. Nigga, please. Wait. Bro. Man. Nigga say I want to go to Colorado to go snowboarding. Please. Nigga, you can't run in snow. You know how can a bear catch up to you if you snowboarded down the hill? What if you hit a tree, knock yourself out? You're fried. Do they get that caution when you on top of the hill? When they okay, guys, there are bears around. If it's your first time, stay in groups. Do they tell people that? And you want to walk down, the hill. They got
the
snow on it.
animals
You know,
seemed
y'all got
particularly
bears.
interested in the smallest member of the group, which led to speculation that it was considering the possibility of a meal. However, it's important to consider other possible explanations for the animal's behavior. It could be that it has been conditioned to associate humans with food, which is a dangerous situation for both the animal and people. This kind of conditioning can happen when tourists regularly feed bears, making humans seem like a constant food source. If human gives bear food, good. If human not give bear food, human become food. The skier's courage doesn't go unnoticed. He stood his ground and really made that bear think twice about attacking, but it's safe to say that if the bear had really committed, it would have been a very risky situation for him as well. In the end, it's good that no one was hurt that day, and it's just another reminder that humans should keep their distance from wild animals as much as possible.
From my knowledge, just because of Winnie Pooh, yes. Winnie the Pooh, yes. I think bears eat honey. Based off that analogy, yeah. Well, that theory for the show, I think they eat honey. Yeah. Yeah.
A fisherman's life is a channel that I will leave you to guess what it is about. Wow, what smart subscribers I have. Yes, you're right, it's about fishing. Actually, the creator makes some of the best types of videos. The ones where he doesn't just go fishing and catch fish, but also cooks them on camera. The type of videos you watch and then suddenly go open your fridge just to eat a slice of bread. Yep, we've all been there, don't lie to me. Anyway, in this particular video, he was on yet another fishing trip when he encountered something that was out of the ordinary. Something that really left him and his friend unsettled and with a lot of questions.
Or they made him yellow because of
fish right in front of me and then fish downstream a little bit.
The brown bear.
If I get another fish on, but I don't land it, then I'll start using the indicator.
We're gonna
Let's do it first, Cap.
Wait, hold on. Winnie the Pooh is a black bear. It's a black bear. But why they make him yellow? Bear and BL1. I doubt it. I doubt it.
That's close. If there's fish, they'll come up and get it too. Come on, baby. And I'm going out to the more fishy area now. Fish on. Oh, bite. Yep, definitely a bite. 100% bite. I could feel it too. I don't have the indicator, but I'm tight to my line.
But when they tried to change spots, they found this.
Oh man, this is kind of cool. Look at this. Is that man-made? Yeah. No doubt about it, right? Oh yeah. I feel like I'm with an Amazon tracker. Tracker from the Amazon jungle. What's that one guy's name? Jungle Keepers. We're at this new spot in the middle of nowhere, and Jim thinks this is a human bone. I have no degree in bones, but what is this? Dang, if that doesn't look like a human bone, huh?
It does, Jim.
If I touch it, will I get cursed?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Only one way to find out.
All right. Just to give you a sense of the scale. Huh.
Put it next to your leg.
That's the shin to the knee.
Would it be...
Other way.
It would be a...
Kneecap. Dude, that looks like a human.
Dang.
I think so. It'd be right here under my kneecap is where it would start. Yeah. Dude, that's a human bone. I'm not even kidding, dude.
Yeah, maybe it'll bring us luck.
Hopefully.
Bad luck or...
A human bone. To be honest, it really did look like one. So what did they do next? They kept fishing, of course. But once he got home, he couldn't stop thinking about it. What if it really was human? Maybe a missing person who died there and got scavenged by animals. Or worse, what if someone actually killed that person and left it there on purpose? Eventually, he decided not to ignore it and called the police to report what they had found.
You have reached the Alberta County Sheriff's Office, non-emergency. Sheriff's Office.
Hi, I was fishing in the South Fork of the American River on Saturday and pretty far out into the river, and I came across what I think is a human tibia, but I'm not sure. I just wanted to report that.
Okay, so you were fishing in the South Fork of the American River?
That's right.
And you think you came across a human tibia?
That's what it looks like. I asked my friend who was an EMT and he's a nurse, and I asked a couple people and they said that that's what it looks like. And I was making a fishing video, so I have it all on camera.
Now, after calling, the uploader was contacted again by a police officer who had received the video, and he confirmed it was indeed a human bone, which made the whole situation a lot more serious. A few days later, the officer reached out again and asked the YouTuber to go hiking with him and show the exact location where the bone was found, and that's what they did. The police collected it for further investigation and even gave him a case number afterward. Since then, there hasn't been any official update, but it's still fairly recent, so it might just be too early to know anything concrete yet. One thing that stands out is that it probably wasn't the best idea to touch the bone in the first place, but at the time they didn't really think it could be human. Now, let's just hope it wasn't part of someone who is still missing out there. Either way, it's a pretty shocking thing to come across in the middle of a fishing trip, and it's definitely a good thing he reported it to the police. But you know what's even more shocking to come across? Someone who watched this entire video until the end and still didn't give another one of my videos a chance. Come on.
Man, chill out. I like the page enough. You ain't gotta complain, my nigga. Get over it. Would it be bad if I get on